Hey rum fans, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Veritas or Probitas to you guys over in the US. Does it work as a neat sipper and does it work as a one rum Mai Tai? Let's find out. So if you've watched the previous video, the William George, you'll be realizing that this is being filmed like very quickly off the back of that. Go and watch that video to see what I thought of that. I think it's going to become apparent after, during this video, but you know, I think this is a very good head to head in this. We have looked at the aged rums. We are now, I'll be honest, this is the last out and out Jamaican rum blends that I can think of. Yes, I have got others. For example, I know some of you are going to mention Black Tot. Black Tot, it's got a little bit of Jamaican in there, but it's more Guyana forward for me, which might be great in a one rum Mai Tai, but this whole point for me was a Jamaican rabbit hole. So Veritas, Probitas, is kind of, yes, it's got Barbados in there, but it's a blend of Hampden rums and it's a blend of Foursquare rums. You don't lose, for the little I've kind of played about with this, and yes, this is my second bottle, you definitely don't lose that Jamaican vibe. The Hampden very much shines through in this. I've never had it as a one rum Mai Tai, and I'll be honest, I don't really actually have it neat. This has been used in daiquiris and a couple of cocktail tests, but I've not really appreciated this neat. So that's what we're going to look at today. Now let's just get on to the price comparison, and this will be a great one for you guys in the US to come back and put your prices in, and Europe to be fair as well, but the US contingent massively. So Probitas for you guys in the US, what are your prices? How much do you pay? For us in the UK, Master of Malt prices, my guys, Master of Malt. Not a paid promotion by any stretch of the mind. I just love, and I have used Master of Malt now for probably close to 18, 20 years maybe. I think that might be an exaggeration, but definitely 15 years that I can pinpoint. And customer service has been phenomenal, and I know a few of the guys there. I speak to them quite regularly, so that's why I kind of shout out Master of Malt. Anyway, £37.74, which translates to $46.75 and €43.81. So give it, rounding up across the board, £38, €47.44. It's almost a tenner a bottle cheaper than the William George. It's a higher ABV, and I know it punches more. Hence why this is kind of like the head-to-head, if you like. 47% ABV versus 43% ABV. Now, yes, it is fair to say that I didn't give this a fair shake in my kind of the first time round, because I had the Boutique Signature blend, which was Jamaica and Martinique. Now I've not featured that, and I won't be featuring that in this series because my palate has evolved and changed. This is a fantastic rum. It is a must stock for all of you in the UK, and I think Europe where you can get this. This is a must stock. This plays fantastically well. This is just a fantastic rum to put in your cocktails. You know, it's just great. But I think this sort of stage, I'm looking for a bit more, and I think actually having this the second time round, I'm appreciating it a lot more. Now, nostrils. This is the interesting thing, because if you put the two side by side, that's the one I'm picking as Jamaican. That just punches out in everything you want on the nose as Jamaican. The funk is there, the esters is there, the pungency is there, the tropical fruit is there. You know, that's just what you want in a rum. It's just like, wow, this is going to be delicious. But the Veritas or Probitas, you know, it's the Barbados kind of not takes over, but the Barbados is there in abundance on the nostrils. Yes, you have got a little bit of that Jamaican funk, that banana-y vibe, but actually what you do get is more what I associate with the Dawley's 3-year-old, the tropical sort of pineapple notes. There is like a vanilla-y butteriness to it as well. I do get a little bit of nod to aging in there, made like barrels, like so a little bit of vanilla-y, a little bit of wood, a little bit of caramel on there as well. But I think all in all, it just smells like a delicious, approachable rum. On the smell, now, actually, I'm not overly convinced in a one rum Mai Tai. I'm really not, because you know, it's this weird thing with the aromas. That I'd pick out all day long as a one rum Mai Tai over that, 100%. But that's just too thin and actually doesn't perform on the palate, on the taste of what you want. So what's the Veritas Probitas taste like? And that is delicious. Still not what I want from a Jamaican, out and out Jamaican rum, but this isn't an out and out Jamaican rum. This is a blend, and perhaps shouldn't even be in this series, because while I do get that sort of pot still vibe coming on, I probably get more Barbados vibe, more tropical fruit. And now that my palate has evolved, I really do appreciate this rum. I really do. The one thing I don't get is an out and out is funk. I don't get overripe banana. I would struggle to even pick out Hampden in that. That for me, it's got no shades of what I'm used to with the Hampden 8 and nothing what I'm used to in that Rum Fire. But it's quite obviously there because that doesn't punch out how Dawley's, the 3-year-old, sort of punches out in that. There is this lovely sort of tropical fruit there, but there's this buttery, vanilla-y, kind of fruity, and almost sort of almondy. I'm almost getting almonds off the back of that as well. But I think for me, it is that higher ABV, 40, and this is the thing, even at 43%, that should punch. But that just gives me a lot more body, a lot more oomph, and a lot more kind of, ooh, I know I'm drinking that. That for me is an absolute delicious, neat sipping rum. Really do enjoy that. I'm still not convinced. We're going to find out, but I'm still not convinced that's going to come remotely close to being a 1 rum Mai Tai. Look, this is delicious. It's got a bit more punch. I've done exactly the same ratios as what I did for the William George. So yes, a little bit unfair, 43 versus 47, but that's just got a lot more body and a lot more character to it. That is going to serve me well in cocktails, in neat sipping, in doing lots of fun stuff with it. It really is. For what I'm looking for in this series, not even remotely close to Hampden, not even remotely close, not even in the same ballpark as that worthy 109 Mai Tai. You are gonna, if you use any of those in a Mai Tai, you are gonna need something like a darker overproof, like the OFTD, like even like mixed with that. We haven't even looked at 2 rum blends yet. All of these will make fantastic 2 rum blends, Mai Tais. You know, they really will, but I was looking for the ultimate 1 rum Jamaican Mai Tai. And to finish this whole series off now, there is one more video coming that I know of at the moment, and I'm not filming it in this session. It's a rum that I've had for the best part of 3 months now. It's not that I've been not allowed to kind of roll it out. It's not Jamaican. It is something that I think is going to play very, very well in this field. But I'm hoping by the time the next filming session comes around, we will be very, very close to launch date. I'm super excited about this rum. I've tasted it. I've got less than half a bottle left of it. It could be there, but as far as out and out Jamaican rums go, for the 1 rum Mai Tai, I've got to sum this series up now. If you can afford it, buy that. If you can't afford it, buy that. I can't give you any more than that. You know, it's, yes, I kind of want to preface it, and I've said it a few times now, if I'm paying £40 for a bottle, then I'd rather spend the extra 25 and buying that, and that is £40 a bottle, but that is a litre. So I'm comparing 70cl to 70cl, and that is half the price of what that is. I'm still unsure of whether I would restock that. I think I should. I won't need much arm twisting for going there, but you know, I did love the Compagnie des Indes. I really do. I think that's a really, really good, neat sipping rum. But I think a notable mention has to be that. I think they are my 4 benchmarks. I have not got a bad word to say against them. You know, the other one that should come out here is the Smith & Cross. But again, if I've got those 2, I don't have a need for that. I really don't. That would be different to what that is. But if I've got that, I really don't need Smith & Cross. I really don't. And yes, it is a cheaper alternative, but the sheer fact of the matter is Hampden 8-year-old is just simply better. So I haven't found a definitive one rum Mai Tai. Well, I have the Hampden 8-year-old, but it's that price, £65. £65, 82, nearly $83. $83 for a sipping rum. Yeah, $83 for a cocktail rum. Poor, that's asking a lot, isn't it? So I don't know. After this whole series, you loyal followers, you let me know which Jamaican rums that you would go to. The interesting thing for me, to sum up this whole series, is that Appleton, for me, actually now doesn't come anywhere close. And I do love Appleton 8 and Appleton 12. They're great rums, but in my heart of hearts, I cannot bracket them in out and out what I want from Jamaican rum. Because if I want a standard rum, a decent rum, I'm bracketing them with Chairman's Reserve, with Barbados rums, with all those other rums. I don't bracket Appleton in Jamaica. I know I should do. I know they are the biggest selling brand coming out of Jamaica. But in my head, when I want Jamaican rum, I want funk. I want overripe bananas. I want all those sort of that lovely pungency. And I don't get that from Appleton. And that's just me, little old me, with my opinion from a bartender point of view and cocktails at heart. If I'm going for Jamaican rum, if a cocktail calls for Jamaican rum, I think it has to be, for a cocktail wise, it has to be one of those three. Or maybe with a little kick of Ray.